Hi everybody, this is ssle number 8. This is worksheet number 8, odd answers. So problem number 1, we have y is less than 1/2 x minus 3. So let's go ahead and grab that first. We have a y-intercept of negative 3, slope of 1/2. So up 1, right 2 from that point, and this will be a dotted line. Now we're going to graph a second inequality on the same graph. So I have 2x plus 4y is greater than 4. So remember, this is the cover method. So 0 comma blank, blank comma 0. We're going to figure out where it crosses the x and y axis. So that's an x value. So 4 times y equals that. So that has to be 1. So 0 comma 1 is our first dot. This is a y value, so we're going to ignore that. So 2 times what number gives me 4? And that would be 2. So 2 comma 0. This is going to be a solid line because we have the equal sign. So this is what it looks like. So now we have ordered pairs everywhere. We have them all over the place, x, y values, anywhere on here. But we want to find an ordered pair that would be a really good one that we could use as a test. So I'm going to pick this point 0, 0. It's underneath the green and above the black. I'm going to plug it into both and see if we get a true statement. We're looking for a true statement. So on the black, I'm going to get 0 is less than 1/2 times 0 is 0 minus 3. So is 0 less than negative 3? Well, that's false. Okay, so that gives me false on the black line. So it has to be below the black line. But we're going to take the same ordered pair and plug it into the bottom equation. So 0 is greater than or equal to 4, and that's also false. Okay, so because it was false on the black, that means it has to shade down here on the black. Okay, so just color that in. So that makes, if I picked any point down underneath the black right there where I'm shading, it would give me a true statement. So now we also know that it's false for the green line, so it has to be above the green line. So above the green line is going to be here. Now let's pick a different color. Pick blue. So you notice the blue, if I picked any points up there in this region, we are going to get the region that we wanted that would be true for the green equation. Okay, but this point right here that turned green, this point right here, this is where our solution lives. So if we picked any point in there, it would have given us a true. So that's what our answer wants. Now, you don't have to necessarily shade and overlap like that. You can just figure out which region and shade that only region. So the blue and the yellow are not the answer. It's that grayish area. This gray answer is our area where the pink arrows point. Okay. Okay, problem number 3. We'll do the first line. Okay, that has a y-intercept of positive 2. Has a slope of 1/2, so up 1, right 2. It's going to be solid because we have the equal sign. And then my other equation we'll do in blue. So negative 0, negative 2 is our y-intercept. Then I'm going to go down 1, right 4, and this will be dotted. Okay, so again, we want to figure out what point is a good test point. Well, that's a good test point. It's under the red and it's above that. So we're going to pick 0, 0 again. And 0, 0 is a really good one unless our line goes right through 0, 0. Plug 0, 0 in. 1/2 times 0 is 0. Is 0 less than or equal to 2? That's true. Okay, so that means that black, the 0, 0 is in the right location underneath the red. So if you plug in the other one, 0 is greater than negative 1/4 times 0 is 0. 0 is greater than negative 2. That's also true. So that means I'm going to shade the region that 0, 0 is in. Okay, I didn't have to do any overlap, but that's our region. Notice we're not really worried about where they are crossing each other. We're just worried about what region. Problem number 5. We have 3x minus 2y is greater than 6. This is set up to do as a cover method. So that's an x value. So negative 2 times what number gives me 6? That would be negative 3. So 0, negative 3. That's a y value, so we're going to cover up the y value. 3 times what number gives me 6? It's 2. Oops. 0, negative 3 is down here. Sorry about that. And then 2 zeros here. This will be a dotted line because we don't have the equal sign. So 0, 0 is definitely on the left side of this line right now. So it seems to be a good test point so far. Our second equation is y is less than or equal to x minus 1. So y-intercept at negative 1 and a slope of up 1, right 1. We might want to draw another one. So this is a solid line. Kind of barely crosses it, looks like. But 0, 0, if you note, 0, 0 is still above up here. So that's a good point to pick. So plug it into the top, so you get 0 minus 0 is greater than 6. Is 0 bigger than 6? No, that's false. So that means I'm going to shade on the opposite side of the purple. So down below on the purple. So let's just do a quick shade of that. So down below the purple, we're shading this region here. Okay. So that's only true so far for the purple line. We haven't checked the green one yet. So I shade it all in best we can. And then I'm going to take that 0, 0 and I'm going to plug it into the other one. So 0 is less than or equal to 0 minus 1 is 0 less than or equal to 1, negative 1. That's also false. So that means I need to shade above, or I need to shade below the green line. So if we follow suit with what we were doing, and again, you probably don't have highlighters to do this, but we're shading down in this region here. So notice it's turning green. That green region is where our answer is. So down here, this is where our solution is. Okay? So it turns gray after I turn it off. Okay? Okay, problem number 7. We want to figure out what the equation actually is. So they gave us a graph. Let's see. It looks like at negative 3. Oops. I don't want that one. I want it solid. So it looks like it's crossing at negative 3 down here. And then 1, negative 1. So let's figure out what that first equation is. Okay, I'm going to set it up as slope-intercept. I'm going to have it y equals mx plus b for right now. This is number 7. So I know that my slope looks like up 2, right 1. So my slope is 2 over 1, or just 2. My y-intercept is negative 3. Now, this sign's going to change eventually, but we're not going to do that yet. So I'm going to keep that circled. The other equation looks like it crosses at negative 5. And you go down 1, right 2. And that's also a solid line. Okay, so again, we're going to use y equals mx plus b to figure out the equation. So I have y equals, we have a slope of down 1, right 2, x, and then minus 5. Okay, and again, we want to make sure we figure out what the inequality sign is. So this is the shaded region, right? We can still use our 0, 0 as our test point. Okay, so if I go 0, and I'm going to make that 2 times 0 minus 3. Is 0 greater than or less than negative 3? Well, so I want you to think about this in 2 ways. We are right now in a false region, right? So in order for us to shade the opposite of the blue, we have to make this a false statement. So we're going to say 0 is greater than. So that means this equation is y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 3. Do the same thing with the bottom equation. We're going to take the 0, 0, plug it in, figure out this box. Okay, so think about where we want to shape. We want that to be a true statement. So oh, that should be a 0. Sorry. So is 0 greater than -5 or less than? Well, it's greater than. So that means that this sign's going to change. So we're going to get y is greater than or equal to -1/2 x minus 5. This is a tough thing, so you might want to ask the teacher about it during class. Okay, number 9, we're not graphing. It looks like we're going to use substitution on number 9. We're not doing inequalities. It's back to an equal sign. So we had done this last semester, so make sure you take a look at this. All right, so I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to plug it in right there. Distribute the negative here and here. So -6 times half is -3x. -6 times 3 is -18. Ooh, something happens here. Those cancel. Is -18 equal to -18? That's true. So that means, and there's no x's or y's. They all fell out. So we have infinite solutions on that one. Number 11. Okay, so we might want to set this one up as elimination. So I'm going to multiply this whole top thing by -1. I'll bring it down here. I'm going to rearrange it. So -1 times 4x is -4x. -1 times y is -y. -1 times -7 is 7. If I add these together now, I'm going to get -2x is equal to 7. So x is equal to 7 over -2, or we could say x equals -7 over 2. Either one's fine. So we found our x value. So now I want to find my y value. Remember, that's an x value. I want to find my y value. So I'm going to take this 7/2, and we could plug it in either here or here. I'll pick the second equation. You could have picked the first. It's still going to give you the same answer. So those cancel. So I get -7 plus y is equal to 0. Add 7. So that's my solution. Okay, have a great day, everybody. Take care of one another. Bye-bye.